Well, Fred Burton joins me now live from Austin, Texas. He is the Vice President of Intelligence at Stratfor and one of the world's top authorities on security and terrorism. Fred, thanks so much for joining us. As you know,
thank you for having me.
It took police, Belgian security and intelligence forces, and well as in combination with their French counterparts, it took them 4 months to get to this point. They can be congratulated for that, but as we said, Belgium is a small country. Do you think this is a real coup for European security forces?
Without a doubt. As a former counterterrorism special agent, this is not like in the movies. These kinds of events take time. It takes data mining, it takes human assets, it takes the ability to cooperate. And I think the Belgian and French authorities should be applauded. The level of cooperation, in my mind, is unprecedented, with the French anti-terrorism officers actually working hand in glove with the Belgian authorities.
So what happens next? How much more cooperation need there be, not just between France and Belgium, but EU-wide, to prevent further attacks from happening and to get as many suspects as they can?
Well, this is an important model to study. I know we have here at Stratfor and others will, in looking at what does this mean and how to be able to preempt or to predict your next venues. But at the end of the day, this is a tactical cell that has been taken down and neutralized. So it's going to be very critical to determine in a very short period of time, within the next 24, 36 hours, exactly what the suspect knew and who else he may know. It's like peeling an onion back. There's going to be other suspects come out of this.
In hindsight, though, what do you think security and intelligence forces could have done to respond perhaps more rapidly to what happened in Paris?
Well, I think it's easy to Monday morning quarterback, and I think that everybody's guilty of that at time. But in essence, you had a tactical event unfold in Paris over multiple target sets. The French police did the best they could. You can always look at these kinds of events and tell that you could always do better with more human intelligence. But gathering human intelligence and inserting informants into these kinds of cells is very, very difficult to do. Every national intelligence agency struggles with that.
So tell us, what role do you think, if any, the public in Europe can play? We spoke a little earlier with one of our correspondents about what happened post-September 11th in the United States and how the U.S. public was asked to play a greater role, a more vigilant role in catching terrorists. Do you think Europe can follow any of that example, or did that actually prove somewhat fruitless in the U.S.?
No, I think there's a lot of lessons learned there, meaning as corny as it may sound at times, what the U.S. Department of Homeland Security talks about is if you see something, say something. It's very important that you have informants and information that comes forth from the local communities that may be picking up chatter to these kinds of plans and intentions. So the public is critical in any kind of counterterrorism effort, especially when you're looking at what's unfolding with Europe, just due to the sheer volume of suspects and the ease of moving across borders.
Okay, Fred Burton, we're going to leave it there. I'd like to thank you so much for spending your time with us from Austin, Texas.